Counterattack back on location this week. Welcome to Gwangju, South Korea. The FINA World Championships are underway, headed towards the semifinals. Plus, we check in on the Junior Olympics with Session 1 complete, all coming up next on a brand new Counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Meskel here, joining you from Gwangju, South Korea, site of the 2019 FINA World Championships. Thanks for joining us. We're going to check in with Team USA in a minute, but first, the world's largest water polo tournament is underway. Session 1 is complete. Let's take a look back at all the champions and big results from the first half of the Junior Olympics. 12U Boys Championship. LA Premier taking on 680 early on. Premier starts strong with 2 goals. Here's the second one from Connor Kim from the 5-meter. David Scove would bury one more for the team from NorCal to make it 8-3, and then 680 would have one last attempt, but McZeal is there for the takedown. LA Premier takes it 8-3. 14U Boys Final, Newport and 680. Goals on each side tie things up early, and then back-to-back goals give Newport the 4-2 advantage. 680 would kick things up a notch. They go for 4 goals in a row, but then they move their goalie out past half, and it was just long enough for Lathy to sneak another one in. Newport 12, 689. That's the final. 16U Boys Final, SoCal, CC United. Defense was the name of the game in this one. CCU's Brooke Zamanian striking first when he finds the back of the net here, 1-0. But SoCal gets on the board when Evan Osmus gets just enough space to skip one in, SoCal trailing 3-1. Both goalies are stepping up in the final moments, meaning no other shots would make it in. SoCal comes back to take this one, 4-3. 18U Boys Final, Stanford and LA Premier. This one came down to the wire. Early on, Nolan Krutenog of LA Premier has the nice save. Then his buddy Pierce Maloney rockets one in, and it's 1-0 Premier after the first. Then Weigel has the hat trick, and we're tied at 4. Each team would try the long-range attempt. They'd get no closer. We are headed to extra water polo, a shootout. Back and forth we go now. Stanford's Paul Gouchon makes the big stop. It would all come down to William Riley of Stanford. He goes just over the goalie's shoulder, and that's a wrap. Stanford wins the shootout 10-9. Session 1 of the 2019 Junior Olympics is complete, but no rest. We are right back into the pool tomorrow as Session 2 begins. 4 more days of water polo as the Junior Olympics continue in pools around Orange County. Make sure you visit usawaterpolo.org/Junior Olympics for all the key information, including schedules, results, pool locations, plus our official photos from KLC Photos, our new photo policy, and live streaming coming on Sunday of all the Platinum Division gold medal matches from the World Aquatics Center. We're looking forward to seeing everyone at the pool. Make sure you follow USA Water Polo on all of our social media channels at USAWP, as we'll be visiting pools all throughout Session 2, telling your stories. And now we turn from the Junior Olympics to athletes aiming to play in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. As you know by now, the USA women already punched their ticket for 2020. The USA men hoping to do likewise next month at the Pan American Games in Lima, Peru. Both teams competing here in South Korea at the FINA World Championships. USA women vying for another medal. Let's get you caught up on all the results thus far. And we start with the USA women, who will once again play for a world championship. The 2-time defending world champs, they are on to the finals after going 3-0 in group play, defeating Greece 15-5 in the quarterfinals, and then most recently downing Australia 7-2 in a dominant defensive effort. It sets the table for a match against Spain on Friday. You'll have to get up early to watch this one, but we hope you do to cheer on Team USA. The match is at 6:30 p.m. local time here in South Korea. That means 5:30 a.m. Eastern, 2:30 a.m. Pacific. The match will air and stream live on Olympic Channel. So wake up, cheer on Team USA as they go for their 3rd straight FINA World Championship. After some big wins over Greece and Australia, we caught up with some of the athletes and Coach Krikorian about their victories and now looking ahead to the final.
Definitely a great performance on our part, finishing the ball. We started off a little slow in terms of just getting some shots on the cage, but to go 4-0 in the first quarter, I think just sets a good momentum for us offensively.
Obviously a good match. We came out with a win. We're moving on to the semis. That's what we look for in a game like that. It's do or die. But I think that game shows we have a lot to work on, especially offensively. I think we can be a little bit crisper with our passes and setting each other up better. But I do think we came out in the 4th quarter really strong, which is a positive for us. So rolling that into the next game is going to be important.
I just think that we were all in the right place at the right time today. Like, you always hope to work together, so not seamlessly, but we put a lot of effort into finding out how to work together. Like, when someone's out of position, you correct them. It's just a lot of different moving parts, and today they all moved in the right direction.
Yeah, we were pretty good. Definitely the best we've been probably this summer, and that's just the way we like to play. We take a lot of pride in the way we're playing defensively. All 7 players that are in the water, and Ashley was great in the goal, but the defense too in front of her was fantastic.
Now we turn to the USA men, and they did not fare as well. After a strong showing in group play where they came in second place, they came up just short against Greece in a tough crossover matchup that took them out of the top 8 and now vying for 9th place. They came back with a strong effort against South Africa in the 9th through 12th place semifinal, and then on to Montenegro, where they would meet for 9th place. We'll have full results and reaction from that 9th place match next week on the show. But for now, we check in with Team USA after a tough loss against Greece and then a bounce-back effort against South Africa.
Our team's been making a lot of progress, and so we were really excited and fired up to play, and we prepared really well. So that's when it hurts the most, when a couple of things didn't go our way, and they're a very good team, and we weren't able to execute on a couple of the things we were trying to do, and so we lost that one.
I think we just thought, our offense would come. We really wanted to focus on defense. That's what Coach has been preaching this whole tournament, and obviously we haven't executed that to the best of our ability in these other games, but today I thought we came out and did a good job. I think we only gave them 3 goals. So I think kudos to the goalies and everyone who really tried to lock it down on defense.
And now we continue talking World Championships with the first ever beach water polo tournament here in Gwangju, and the USA women took home first place. Now, there were no medals awarded. This was considered an exhibition event, but the USA women went undefeated nonetheless, beating Spain twice, including in the final, and also taking matches from China and Australia. It's a fun, fast-paced, looks to be an exhausting game, but a good time had by the USA squad. They had some veterans playing and some up-and-coming high school talent, and afterwards we checked in with goalkeeper Gabby Stone on taking home the first ever title from here in South Korea.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience. It was the first ever FINA beach tournament, so I think we're all kind of learning as we're going, and it was just really fun to play with our teammates and have a fun time.
And while we're in the midst of the JOs and the World Championships, we do have more water polo on the way. The men's senior nationals are set for the first weekend of August in Orange County, California. Schedule information and more available at usawaterpolo.org in the coming weeks. Looking forward to seeing some of the very best teams, including many from the National League, capping up at the senior nationals this August. And now we close out our show as we do every week with our social media send-off brought to you by our friends at Kobian. We start things off first with our weekly winner of a free pair of Kobian sandals. And our Kobian winner, shout out to La Chica Bonita on Instagram, excited about her son going to the Junior Olympics for the first time. And now they can be excited, receiving a free pair of Kobian sandals. And just that easy, comment on a USA Water Polo Instagram post, and you just might win. Now on to the rest of the social media send-off. The USA Water Polo Events app has been a big hit, especially during Junior Olympics. Totally agree with Steve. Download the app, give it some love on the review. From there, San Diego Shores, they were giving Team USA a shout-out from Junior Olympics. Alex Bowen, Jesse Smith, some San Diego guys competing with Team USA here in South Korea. A great look from Steve Rotsard high above the Junior Olympics at all the action at the World Aquatics Center. And from there, the many expressions of Team USA. Your coach says something, what is everyone thinking? Look at this from Mackenzie Fisher, all the different reactions to Coach Adam Krikorian on the bench. Fun stuff here during a Team USA win at the World Championships. Speaking of the World Championships, the USA women taking home the beach title for the first time. Coco Vandeweghe, the tennis player, hyped for younger sister Honey, who was part of that gold medal effort here, as shared on her Twitter account. Back to Junior Olympics. Our own Coach Abdu hanging out with Zayed. We told you his story earlier in the year from the Orlando Thunder. Make sure you watch it again. So great to see him here competing at the Junior Olympics. And then Olympian KK Clark, wakeboarding, thinking she's perhaps the next Kaylee Gilchrist, another two-sport athlete in the mix. So there you have it, some of the very best water polo on the internet. Thanks for all your submissions. We know with JOs and Worlds going on, we're only going to have more content next week. That's all for this week's program. We'll see you right back here next week from Gwangju, South Korea. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. And don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, whether you're at JOs or in Gwangju, look weak side.